It's time to siege the enemy base. Base, base, base. All your base are belong to us. Although I'm gonna need... No. I'm gonna need a spare tase gun thingy. Give me another. Because if the one with it gets mind controlled... Because that's what happens the last time I did this. The one unit with the arc thrower got mind controlled, and shit went from bad to worse very quickly. And we're going to give it to the medic, because again, they can move... Well, actually, not this medic. No. This is not a B-team mission. This is an A-team mission. To that same end, I'm even going to use the frickin' assault mech trooper. As opposed to the... Where is it? No. Okay. Yeah, no. It's fine. Shut up! It's fine! Shut up! It's fine! There's one more thing I can probably build. One more. So, chitin for you. And then... Where is it? Arc thrower. We'll bring Zang. He tends to be a good luck charm. Give him the Exalt rocket launcher, because all things considered, he probably used to work for them. Or rather, his criminal bosses worked for them. And you get 2 grenades, which is perfectly going to work. Top of the line support. Titan armor, plasma rifle, plasma pistol. Med kit, or medikit, and an arc thrower. And then Hex. I'm going to address that. Pay no attention to the armor. I'm going to address it. Where's the scope? I want, like, 2 hit here to be as good as possible. And a ghost grenade, just in case. So, I want my assault mech trooper, that was Android, and I want my sniper mech trooper, which was Lady Grey. Wait, so our assault mech trooper is Chinese and our sniper mech trooper is Japanese. We've got an Asian robot squad. It works. Shut up, it works. Now, meanwhile, Archangel armor. Yes, please. Finally, I have something appropriate for the sniper. That's a nice change of pace. You look like you're ready to go to space. Which we're not, because the space is on Earth. But you look like you're ready to go to space. This is as good as I can make this. As well put together as I can make this. Here we go.
We have visual on the mission site. Setting down.
Sorry, the alien base is in quote-unquote Europe. Then, A, why are we in the middle of the ocean? And B, is that the North Pole? I'm pretty sure that's the North Pole. Like, what is this? The X-Files movie? That first one?
Developments done in engineering. This skeleton key should allow you to breach the alien compound. You've only got one chance to...
Alien black tar goo that just somehow metamorphs, you know, any other life form into more of the alien. It's like, do you understand how complex that would be in terms of the cellular machinery required? I don't even think if you tried to synthesize it that would be practical. What is it, made out of weird matter? This ain't the 3-body problem.
God only knows what they're doing to these people. All the more reason to blow them to hell. Get moving.
Oh, the aliens are the people, Central. Please be specific.
So far, we don't have visual confirmation on the hostiles. I wouldn't get too comfortable, though. We're expecting heavy resistance. They're probably moving into position as we speak.
There are a lot of things, undulating below us. tendrils oozing around.
On my way.
Well, come on. There we go.
That's affirmative. Well, it looks like we found where they've been taking the abductees, but that still doesn't explain what the purpose of all this is.
That'll become clear in XCOM 2. It's complicated.
Roger that.
That was actually a moment that I really liked in Black Mesa. Like, right before the encounter with Nihilant. And I don't think this had, like, a real counterpart in the original Half-Life. But you find a room where there's, like, a briefcase and a med kit and, like, a scientist who's presumably dead. All in these, like, suspension fields. And it's like, oh, so while we've been poking and prodding and examining them, they were poking and prodding and examining us. Touché! Space aliens. Touché. Where are the aliens? Okay, so now I'm pretty sure we are, in this op, going to encounter a frickin' sectopod. It's unavoidable.
Moving out.
You know what, I'm gonna stack you two up at the door.
That's affirmative.
I mean, unless there's an alien sitting on the other side of this room that we somehow missed.
Affirmative.
A circumstance I find unlikely, by the way.
Roger Dodger.
Let's do this.
Better if they were on the other side of that door. More of the room is in the other direction. But they're not going to reach. Okay, so the reason I like putting the heavy and the sniper there is, of course, the sniper can't move and shoot. So, like, repositioning once the door is open is not going to work. And the heavy can shoot twice, but obviously not if you use one of the actions for a move. So you want them on the door, and then you want your assault and your support ready to, like, run into the room. I'm just going to have to run you in there.
Moving. Enemy target in range.
Hey, look, it's that thing. Heavy mutons! Right, so first things first, Shredder rocket. Oh, camera, please. I'd like to get all three of you if possible. Why am I not hitting that like one?
Rockets away.
Unfortunately, that's his whole turn spent. Okay. Yeah, just blast him. No. Okay, if this criticals, it'd be really nice. But it's only 50-50. Miss!
No way that just happened.
My sentiments exactly, sniper. What the fuck was that? No, seriously, what the fuck was that? Fine. Everything is awesome.
Heading there now.
This one's gonna take a hit, probably. lucky.
Incoming over here.
Now, what I don't want is these pukes getting any ideas, so... Sit tight. Stay put. You can do enough damage from where you are.
Headed there now.
Little cover. Kind of. This won't be the only sectopod we encounter, but this is like a really bad position. That sniper whiffing the shot. Yeah, no, that hurt. That kind of sucked. Like, no forward cover? Fuck off, man. Great. Terrific. So I could run my assault forward, have them stand in the middle of nowhere, inviting the mutons over there to throw a grenade, or they're gonna have to sit out. Yeah, no, this is horrible positioning. This is terrible. So these sectoids got a bit of a change between enemy unknown and enemy within. Wait. I don't know why I find that so funny, but that is always funny. Pew, pew, pew.
I'm under fire.
Yes, the heavy mutons have a heavy plasma gun.
Hostile targets are retreating.
Hostiles pacified.
So their attacks really fucking hurt. Okay, so a quick briefing on our enemy's close equivalent to a tank here. This is a sectopod. There's a lore reason why it's called that. I'm not going to get into that. I'm going to get into its functions. It has 3 forms of attack, effectively. It has a cannon hidden behind its frontal armor that in Enemy Unknown, the base version of this game, was like a targeted weapon, but also dealt explosive damage. So it could like hit a guy and would also destroy his cover and hurt anybody near him. It was kind of bogus. They've made it now so it's a direct fire weapon. It does not deal AoE, but they've compensated that by trying to resolve one of the weaknesses that players exploited in the original version of this, which was to kill it turn 1 and prevent it from, you know, doing anything.
Okay.
So it now takes 50% less damage from all sources. Now it gets to attack during both of its turns. And its attack also automatically triggers an Overwatch state. You know, in case it wasn't screwing you over enough. Okay, my mech is sadly probably going to get some explosive splash when we kill this thing. Still, it needs to be done. It needs to be done. Yeah, there's seriously like no cover except for the smoke. On this side of the room, it's just vacant.
Moving to position.
On the move.
Heavies, man. Fucking heavies.
Moving to position.
And that's with the scope. That... Oh, okay, that's not gonna do. That's not gonna do even a little bit.
Moving at the speed of death.
Get in closer.
Roger that.
Give me a hit chance that's not terrible. That's better. 5 points of explosive damage. This one has auto repair to boot, so like it can actually just heal, because that maxes out at the the 6 points of damage. It'll just heal the damage it just sustained. It doesn't matter. Amazing. Now, I'm anticipating that other elite muton or heavy muton to be in Overwatch. Or to have vanished into the ether. What the hell? Where did he go? No, seriously, where did he go? He gone.
Running.
I don't like that he gone. I like to know where he went.
Okay.
He gone is potentially problematic. Get into some other fight and have him creep up our backside. That is a non-starter.
Stepping off.
So yeah, the other form of attack... So its reaction fire doesn't use the explosive weapon, which, now that the explosive weapon is actually not explosive anymore, is less significant of a problem. Like, it had a plasma cannon for that pops out of the top. And then it has this missile volley attack, which is the only thing that like, requires its entire turn to set up and launches on the subsequent turn, which is only slightly merciful to give you that warning. I'm pretty sure that's what it was warming up when I EMP'd it and then destroyed it this turn.
Shh. You hear that?
I'm on it, Commander.
We'll leave that muton be for now.
Good to go.
And get ready for another door breach. Even though it's probably going to take a whole other set of turns just to get the units into position.
Headed there now. Back in.
Reloaded.
On my way.
Nope, nope. Sniper gets the wide angle. Actually, no. Let's use this turn to top off.
Good to go.
Going there now.
Heavy gets the shallow angle.
Ready to engage.
Position confirmed.
Next turn, we breach.
Quiet. There's something over there.
Contacts are attempting to retreat.
Wait, so you went here, but you didn't activate the... Huh? Alright, are you on Overwatch? I can't actually tell. It's not like an indicator or anything. Okay, standing that close to the alien power source has me concerned.
Position confirmed.
I do think that explodes. So I could panic you with a flamethrower, but for just the one target, what would be the point? I'll soften you up with that, and then punch you really hard in the face.
I'm on it, Commander. Approaching to engage.
When the humans wake up and choose violence.
Running.
Like that would even be a surprise. Alright, I remember this spot. That lower concourse is going to have some nasty in it.
Already there.
Let's not trigger that until we're ready.
Roger that. Aye, aye, Commander.
I will take care of it.
Copy that.
Heading there now.
Yeah, I know, I'm Overwatch creeping. There's no meld to... There's no meld to compel me not to. That's the whole reason meld was introduced. To make you stop creeping through the level at a walking pace and using Overwatch. My Dead Space strategy, you know, don't run, walk. Walking is safer. You're less likely to die when walking.
Aye, aye, Commander.
No.
That's affirmative.
I know that shadow over that ledge. It's like the enemy's literally there. You can tell I've played this a few times before. That sectopod kind of came out of nowhere, but no, I know where the enemies are here. I know exactly where they're fucking hiding.
That's affirmative. Eyes on target.
Always with the automatic Overwatch. Pew, pew, pew.
Taken care of.
On the move.
Why don't you have an angle? No, seriously, why don't you have an angle? The fuck's going on there?
Stepping off. Target acquired.
There's no way it's just them. There's probably another cyber disk.
Move order confirmed. Heading to that location.
Really?
Incoming fire!
Well, a swing and a miss in any case. A 20% chance to hit is the difference between, like, 2 levels of altitude between those two.
On the move.
You gotta throw a grenade, aren't you?
Regrouping.
No, it's retreat. Why is it retreating? They claim it's retreating. Yep, somebody better have an angle. That's ridiculous. Oh wow, the heavy hit something. Actually. If only you could have done one more damage. It's literally just needs that little poke. You could flick a BB at it and it would die. Actually, speaking of flicking a BB, not a squad site target, so yeah, just poke it out with a pistol.
Kill
Goodbye.
confirmed.
This isn't really the map to put the fancy new Archangel armor through its paces. I just didn't want to waste building another Titan armor that I'm never going to use for the Sniper class when Archangel armor is the way to go. Oh look, heavy floaters. That seems maybe a little excessive. Coin toss odds. What the hell? Well,
I'm on the move. Positive enemy contacts.
oh, more heavy floaters. It's an awful lot of you, actually. You guys, though, I can just lock down. If you move, you're gonna take a bunch of free damage. Thunk.
Laying mines.
See, here's where giving one of your assaults the flush ability comes in, because, like, you could then force one of those enemies to flush, and then they're guaranteed to set off the bomb. It's not exactly the, like, most important synergy, all things considered, but, like, hey, you take your advantages where you can find them.
I understand.
How can you hit? Well, hypothetically. Okay, Zhang, keep making me a liar. Works to my benefit in the end anyway.
Solid copy.
Nope, shotgun. Sorry, alloy cannon. Oh god, yeah, look at that 2-hit chance just plummet. It's a shotgun. Like, you don't have reduced damage at range with shotguns in this game, you have dramatically reduced chance to hit. Yeah, just poke that thing out, would you please?
Nailed him.
And now the floaters get their turn.
Armor integrity is holding.
No injury thus far. X-ray eliminated. Incoming weapons fire.
Systems are holding. That's what armor is for.
This is why my mechs need the enhanced armor from the Foundry. But I didn't want to postpone this any longer than I'd already had, because it's honestly been available for a while, and I was just like, excuses.
There now.
What could they possibly be storing in those tanks?
Well, he's going to have to move
I'm
next
going to
turn,
need
otherwise
ammo
he's just
soon.
completely
Target is still
exposed.
standing.
Who do I choose to die? Get that really long-ranged one. Yeah, I choose you to die.
He's down.
Can you start to see why they literally introduced an enemy specifically to make sniping harder?
Location.
Moving to position. Weapons are dry.
Hunt him down. 10-4. Roger, Dodger.
Enemy units retreating.
Right, you were just out of range of that mine, weren't you? And that's a miss.
Damn it,
Unfortunate.
Systems within acceptable parameters. Minimal exterior damage detected.
I'll need minor repairs at some point.
Minor repairs, you're gonna need two whole med kits to even be serviceable at this point. You both are. My mechs are just gonna run my med kits dry.
Heading to that location. Look sharp.
That's actually kind of a huge problem. Maybe less of one, actually. He just kind of resolved himself as an issue. That's all I'm saying. He took himself out of play. But I do have a problem. If I don't get the mechs out of harm's way, I'm pretty much guaranteed to lose them both. That's not a stellar situation to find oneself in. Okay, if I can bait him just a little bit closer, then I'll get that free shot, and then I can use the other thing for the other guy. I definitely want this thing just taken out, please. This won't do it, but it'll have him in the ballpark.
That's affirmative.
Want to pull you in just a little bit more.
I have no ammunition. Missed.
Heavies again. Fucking heavies. So I'm gonna give you just grenade. Apparently not, because you're like, oh, for God's sakes. Your elevation is gonna, alright, that should do it. Just making sure that you're out of the picture. You know what? Yeah, you're gonna fall back.
Heading there now.
Just to make you a little less desirable as a target.
Moving to position. Rub some dirt on it, you wimp.
Goodbye.
Missed the target.
It's an enemy the size of a pickup truck. How do you miss that?
They're trying to pull back.
Honestly, her drawing fire is not the worst thing. You're gonna take a nasty hit, or not, because the... Huh? Cool, alright. Well, now I do get a free shot.
I'm all out.
Follow up with a
Oh
reload.
yeah. On the move.
I'm honestly just doing this as a fuck you, by the way.
Preparing flamethrower. Copy.
Easy now, soldier.
Yeah, that's all you're going to get.
On task. Reloading my weapon.
Locked and loaded.
Going down.
My medic.
X-ray down. Negative. Weapons dry.
So I have a mech who's critically damaged to the point of not being viable for subsequent engagements. I lost my spare arc thrower, and my A-team medic. You know what? I'm not going to be petty about it. We're going to carry on and just hope we can, like, make this work in the end. But, like, that sucks.
I'm ready.
I am moving. Enemy is still alive.
Moving out. Contact.
There I was, all concerned and fixated on the sectopod, and in the end I lose it to a bunch of heavy floaters and elite mutons.
Set him up, knock him down. Understood, moving out.
Move first, reload second, because reloading just uses your turn, which I'm glad they changed that in XCOM 2, because, like, why would reloading... That's just a weird way to balance
Moving to
things, but
position.
sure, Firaxis, you do you.
Let me reload.
Heading to that location.
On my way. Locked and loaded. 10-4.
Hey, you hear anything?
Location confirmed. Understood. Moving out.
Going.
Orders confirmed, moving out. Move order confirmed.
Let's do this. Affirmative. Moving out.
Moving to designated coordinates.
I do hope this next room is the last one. It's probably not going to be, but
Moving to
I'm hoping. Like I said, I've got a mech that's alive, but effectively too badly damaged to be used effectively in combat. My medic is down, with half the medkits still unused. Cringe.
All an ass.
And that also means my spare arc thrower is gone, so if the wrong unit gets mind-controlled, I can't do the thing that I, like, don't need to do, but really should do for this mission.
Moving out. What was that?
Seriously, that room just led to a smaller room. Okay, good. This is the last room. It's just a massive last room with a bunch of enemies in it. We will cross that bridge when we come to it.
Move order confirmed.
Now, what I cannot afford
Got it.
is to lose one of the mech units. There's a reason for that, because, like, losing that medic was, like, bad. But the thing is, if you lose a mech trooper, not only does it cost meld to, like, create another one, but you actually have to fix the chassis, which is normally not an issue.
Yes,
That also
Commander.
costs meld. And, like, I haven't even had enough meld to start bio-modding my soldiers yet. So that is, if I lose a mech trooper, that is unacceptable.
10-4.
So I'm keeping the damaged unit, like, close to the front where it might be able to get a cheeky shot in. But as for the rest, like, they're hanging back.
Heading out.
Wasn't this the last chamber? Well, that clearly leads nowhere. Yeah, no, our target, our mark, is in this shadowy area at the far side of this room. That's where we're trying to go. There will be things between us and there. We will address that when it becomes relevant. Meanwhile...
Location confirmed. Enemy spotted.
Cool, mechtoids. This is why I didn't move the sniper. You don't have an angle? How do you not have an angle? Fine. It's actually not.
That's
It's actually
affirmative.
kind of bullshit, but no, fine. We'll pretend like it's fine. So let's make sure that if he does move, he regrets it. Thunk.
Deploying mine.
Heading out.
You took a reaction shot, but, where was it? Like, it wasn't on screen when you took the reaction shot. The hell? That was clean.
Confirmed.
I'm glad that that was so clean. I always lose the medic first, I swear. Like, I get that it's sort of a priority target because it does, in fact, keep the rest of the squad alive. But still, fuck you!
Moving.
Hey, look, I've got a high ground advantage.
Threat has been eliminated.
Literally go one story up, get an extra 20% on your fucking 2-hit roll. Sure. Okay, sure. I guess it's fine.
Okay.
That's affirmative. Moving out.
Roger, Dodger. On the move.
Right, our target's going to be next to that big glowing spire-looking thing. Our best bet here is probably to cloak the assault, which, if I had the ghost armor, would be... I wouldn't even need the grenade for that. And then just rush the target, because, like, he can't mind control her if she's cloaked, because you can't... How would you know what to use the ability on if you can't see it? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
I'm on it, Commander.
In this instance, I don't actually want to reload, because if one of these mechs gets mind-controlled, it would be very useful if their gun was just kind of conveniently out of action at the time. Right, so I want you to get high, in effect. Okay, no, up. Actually, apparently this is about as high as you're going to be able to get. Nope, not the button.
Cutting ignition.
Right, so we're not going to be able to do it that way. Good to know. Just end the turn. I don't like being this far out when I use the grenade, but, like, hopefully it doesn't matter. Like, we're gonna cloak both of us, so it shouldn't matter. Oh, yes, I know.
You hear that?
Sod off. Oh, God, give me control of my fucking camera!
Running.
Yeah, there's our target.
That alien is clearly different from the others. It's wielding a power unlike anything we've previously encountered.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it actually has to, you know where we are to be able to do anything.
I'm going.
Because, like, it can't see the assault. The assault is invisible. I'm, like, not even involving these guys. Back them up. We're at that point where we've got psionic aliens, and, like, the mech troopers are kind of a liability now.
Position confirmed.
Now, if possible, I want to get him to run towards the assault.
Contact.
Oh, shit! So now we can have you start to do some, like, wacky shit.
Roger that.
Moving to designated position.
Okay, theoretically, if I run the assault right up behind the... Well, no, that's a piece of half cover. Well, god damn it. Okay, well then the assault's actually going to have to stay where they are. It'll force the sniper to move, and the sniper can only use a pistol attack if they do.
Jetpack on deck.
So,
I'm on the move.
Zhang, where is our little friend? Ah. There you are. Right. Gotta make sure that if it procs the close range shot trigger, I don't kill it accidentally.
Heading there now.
I wonder if I can still panic the sniper with a flamethrower thing. I mean, not right now.
I'm on the move. They're trying to pull back.
Oh, god damn it. That's probably gonna fucking kill it. No! Actually, that's perfect! That could not have been better!
I'm on it, Commander.
Da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-doo.
Position confirmed.
Hey, bitch!
Hope this works. Looks like you're
Feels like
coming
we're
home
finally
best.
turning the tide. Now that we've captured their device, the aliens are running out of secrets.
It's imperative that we begin the research as soon as possible.
Now that we've captured this device, we should probably be expecting the aliens to pursue us more aggressively. I doubt losing it was part of their plan.
Was having that smooth sectoid commander capture worth my top tier medic? Yes. Yes, it was.
The rubber's on the road and the kids are in the back seat. Over.
Roger that, Voodoo 3-1. See you inside.
This celebration is premature, though. First time hitting the aliens on their turf, and it's like, yeah, we can do this! And it's like, guys, we've been doing it to this extent this whole time. This is nothing special. We won a battle.
Something wrong, Doctor?
Don't you think a victory celebration is a bit premature at this juncture?
I love
We
you,
just
Valen.
neutralized their central command. We've got no other alerts on the entire
Central
system.
Command, you're being awfully presumptuous, Central.
In my book, that's a win, Doctor.
Yes, it's a win. Add it to the pile. There's nothing to say that this is decisive. Listen to the German mad scientist. She knows what she's talking about. Certainly more than Central.
Commander, I'm glad to see that I'm not the only one who understands this war isn't over yet. The existence of this artifact, which we believe to be a communication device of some kind, begs the question. If the sectoid commander was the alien leader, then who or what was it communicating with? I believe this is indeed the same creature we encountered when we made first contact with the aliens.
I captured him
As
alive.
we
Why
have
does he look a
observed,
little
it
dead?
is somehow capable of using its mind as a weapon. If we were to study this specimen's brain tissue, perhaps we might be able to adapt this ability for our own purposes.
Uh-huh. She survived 22 missions, made 36 kills, but Gypsy is dead.
Excellent work, Commander. Capturing the alien subjects alive allows for a much wider range of experimentation versus the
Holy
expired
shit, that gave us a lot of
specimens.
meld.
We will be in touch, Commander.
Let's see. Power source damaged, you can go. Surgery damaged, you can go. Flight computer damaged, you can go. That's 200 right there. Alien entertainment. We can only assume this bizarre device is some form of entertainment for the aliens. It appears to induce a euphoric state in the user. Alien food. This, ellipses, slurry, another ellipses, of varying genetic material has a considerable nutrient content and could be used to provide sustenance to the aliens. Unfortunately, this mixture also contains several key markers indicating the presence of human DNA. Soylent Green is people! Soylent Green is people!
The latest contact turned out to be a dud. Probably just another drunk pilot who fell asleep on a long haul.
Well, look at all this money. Let's get some new manpower. Hire soldiers. I should start using these at some point. Meanwhile...
I appreciate your efforts to support the research team, Commander. I've already put the new recruits to work in the lab. This heavily armored unit is fully mechanized, though we're still not sure if it has an organic component within.
It doesn't. That's the point. They call it the sectopod because they had assumed there'd be a, you know, a little sectoid inside there pulling levers and so forth. But no, it's just a combat robot.
As if the standard muton hadn't given us enough trouble, the aliens apparently kept several of these elites in waiting for the later stages of their invasion.
It's the Praetorian Guard, basically. Wow, that was very little flavor text. Plasma weaponry research, well, it's a bit late for that. Yes, it's our turn to pick your brain. This might hurt a bit. And they don't survive the interrogation because I didn't have the autopsy before. I do now.
This is an extremely dangerous species, Commander. Although not physically intimidating, the psionic power that this creature wields is perhaps the greatest threat we've encountered so far.
Not yet. Not just yet. I want those stealth satellites first. And a bunch of other things. Cool. Actually, while I'm at it, I'd like a Scilab, please. These pricey. Okay, critically, did I retain my armor? Yeah, I still have 3 Titan armors. Okay, so we did get that loot back. There's like a second wave option for like total loss, where you lose the gear of a unit. It's weird. It's different. Uh-huh. Hell, it's about time. Once we finish this covert action, we'll be able to wipe out Exalt, which means that we're going from attacking the alien base pretty much straight into wiping Exalt off the map, which is fun.